Welcome to On Today Media. Let's take a look at what is going on in Africa. We can agree that Ibrahim Traore today happens to be the most famous president, and in fact, the youngest, who is just 35 or 36 years old. Let us take a look. Look at Tinubu. Tinubu, who was given a mandate by Emmanuel Macron to ensure that it brings back these three Sahel states into the folds of ECOWAS. However, it seems that Tinubu has failed woefully. Now, Macron ignores Tinubu. Let us talk on that. What's your reaction to that?
I think it started when the issue of the threat came about Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, and some other countries in Africa threatened to, pull out from ECOWAS. And before we saw coup took place, under Buhari, 9 minutes of Buhari's government, we saw what happened in Niger that triggered other West African countries from distancing themselves from France. I think what actually happened was the failure of Biden's African policy and, of course, foreign policy between Ukraine and Russia that triggered that war. And of course, we discovered that Russia was supplying more gas, almost the whole of Europe, and it found out that the European nations were also backing Ukraine against Russia at the end of the day. So there was this trade dispute, there is this policy dispute, there is this bilateral, everything was just collapsing. And they feel that Russia can actually come under sanction of the Europe. So with that, I think Putin moved further to see how he's going to escape the economic attack that has been laid upon him by European countries, and from what we are getting, he tried to mobilize some African countries that people felt that it was actually the right thing to do. At least Africa should be free a bit from the influence of colonial masters. Africa should be free a bit from the influence of colonization. Africa needs to be decolonized completely. So a lot of things happen, and we saw statement coming from the French president Emmanuel Macron that Africa is not due yet to be free at this time of AI. It was a very big slap on the black people. It was a very big slap on the African continent. It was a very big slap on the sensibilities of those who have rejected, French colonization, continuous French colonization or Western colonization in Africa, spearheaded by the Burkina Faso, most popular, most respected. I think to an extent, it has been able to escape assassination for 14 good times. And from what we are hearing, under the protection of the intelligence report coming from Russia, maybe by now he would have been killed like the way they killed Thomas Sankara. Quite an embarrassing moment that, and it goes ahead to tell you where Nigeria is now, currently now under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's like the European nations, the international community is no longer happy because of certain things he was not able to fulfill. Remember that the British government and the French government mandated Bola Ahmed Tinubu to carry out a military invasion against Niger. And the consequences of that, was what the Northerners told him, that if there's any military action in Niger, then you have finally destabilized the entire North, and the consequences we brought to you. But the revelations keep on coming after that, where we begin to see that the world powers themselves might have triggered. I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu should understand this now. If he actually need to escape the threat that might likely consume everybody in Nigeria, is to run back to regionalism, disintegrate Nigeria into region immediately, to stop the influence and the conquest agenda being sponsored by the world powers in Nigeria. The Fulani killing has become random recently, signaling that the Western world is ready to empower, jihadist movement in Nigeria to the extent that they would discredit Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government since he was not able to fulfill that task. And also, on doing that, they would have another means of continuing the Sahara gas project that will end up in Algeria, where all the whole European gas pipeline will be linked to Algeria. And of course, they will intend to do that to stop Russia. But Putin, I should also know that the Africans themselves, the black man themselves, are ready to stand for. He's not a Christian. He's not I think that guy from Burkina Faso is a Muslim.
Yeah.
But I think it has touched the heart of blacks in Africa. It has shown that the Africa still have competent, leaders who are ready to stand against Western weapon and burden on the area of leadership.
We're talking about Western solidarity. We saw the black Negro who went to the United States to report Ibrahim Traore. That Ibrahim Traore is a goody man that is using the gold of Burkina Faso to protect himself. We know the agenda. This was how they lied against Mohamed Gaddafi, that they said that Mohamed Gaddafi was enriching himself, that he has turned himself to a totalitarian, and at the end of the day, we saw how they unfortunately killed Gaddafi. They are trying to do the same against Ibrahim Traore. However, the whole of African, without leaving anybody behind, have said that they will march straight to Brussels in Belgium, and also they will march down to Burkina Faso to protect the sovereignty of Burkina Faso. Mr. Chinedu, your reaction?
I think the civil society organization from Ghana is leading the onslaught. We are seeing another one from Cameroon joining. We are seeing other ones from Namibia, South Africa, so many black nations in Africa, are rising up to ask the Western world, why would Burkina Faso be free? Gold that was found in Burkina Faso is their natural resources, which French government are still interested in this moment. And you can see the good work. What attracted people to, what caught the attention of people is the lifestyle of Ibrahim Traore, what he is doing in Burkina Faso. A few days ago, he announced free education for all the Burkinabés. Not only that, everybody, you see, is showing that Africa can rise again. A lot of people have started, I saw somebody trying to compare this man with Nnamdi Kanu. That these two people in Africa should be given a space to rise and transform Africa. As simple as that. We cannot continue to depend. I don't know why people are saying that Africa is not qualified, it's not due to stand alone at this point in time. What is the problem? That Africa cannot govern themselves? At least we are seeing light at the end of the tunnel. That somebody is already setting up a model. Somebody is already setting the stage for a possible, decolonization of Africa. And that is what we are talking about. And that should be the genuinity of every black race in Africa to understand at this point in time, we cannot continue to depend on Western leadership and colonization. We need to decolonize Africa, and people need to arise and understand this. If you need gold, come to Burkina Faso and buy gold. As simple as that. Leave the resources for them. That is the same thing we are seeing in Nigeria. As simple as that. Bola Tinubu refused to invade Niger, then he has attracted the anger, and the only thing they want to do now is to see how they're going to champion a political jihadist against him based on that, and he's gone. He has made several efforts to reach Emmanuel Macron, At every point he entered France, the man will move to Egypt. When he go to another side, he went to Britain, Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister, ignored him. So he came back sorrowfully and are ready to do the damage anything, anytime, any day. Unfortunately, it has been like this. But we need to understand that at this point, that Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso needs our solidarity. As long as he is trying to, rewrite the black man's story, rewrite the black man's history, tell the whole world that, black man can actually provide leadership. We saw Trump policies, can't we come home, can't we come back to African continent and see how we are going to, build Africa back to an extent that it becomes a place that people can actually point and say, okay, there's a model. But for goodness sake, through salvation came through one man. Sin also came through one man. Let us see if Ibrahim Traore can survive the situation in Africa, can survive, at least deliver the black man from mental slavery that we have found ourselves, in terms of leadership in everything. So it's a big threat. Nigeria should understand what is happening, and I begin to feel the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been released today. Because if you watch that video coming from either Zambia or Namibia, one of the videos where somebody was talking about Nnamdi Kanu and Ibrahim Traore, that these two men need to be presented at the global level and given a massive support. So I think at this point, the Nigerian government has made sure, and I think that it is the powers that are controlling the government that has kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there up to this moment.
Well, at this stage, you said that Ibrahim Traore has declared a free education. However, Donald Trump has come out to say that everything Ibrahim Traore is doing, he is not impressed because the American country will never in any way appreciate a dictator who is in power. They are demanding that democracy must be restored. Mr. Chinedu, do you think a democracy would have given Burkina Faso this level of development they have enjoyed in the last 2 years?
I don't think so, and I don't believe that Ibrahim Traore will want to consolidate power.
And do you think democracy is a tool or a weapon the Western world have used?
I think they should, by now, arrest Olusegun Obasanjo for saying that democracy does not work in Africa. The president said it. Because Africa has not had time to look inward and develop an ideology that has to do with their culture and tradition. Maybe that would have given us another system of government that is not democracy. It is a pre-problem. They should at least the Western world to at this point in time, give African man a little bit space for African man to consolidate on his ingenuity and be able to come up with something.
But whenever America inserts their hand in something, if you do not yield, what will befall you might be crisis. The same thing happened to Gaddafi. Gaddafi was told to step aside. Gaddafi was told, you need to change, transition into democracy. However, Gaddafi said, no, my people love me. But we know how they carpet bomb Gaddafi. Could it be the fate of Ibrahim Traore at the end of the day? And what will Africans do?
It's a two different
What
thing.
will Africans do?
Let me tell you, it's a two different thing. We cannot compare Gaddafi's activities with that of Ibrahim Traore. And Gaddafi had been there for 42 years. And remember, he claimed responsibility of the Lakuba bombing and all that, and the rest of the Somalia. He has issues with America, but this man have never committed an issue.
All right, now we can see a General Leslie who is reporting Ibrahim Traore to the House of Congress.
I know. I watched that video. I look at that video. I know that this thing is being instigated by Macron. Yes, I can tell you that. Even the Biafran issue was also being instigated for a way to stop it, because the problem is not disintegration of Nigeria. The problem is how are they going to carry out the contract of the gas of the Sahara gas contract? How are they going to move it from where it stopped now? It's hanging there in Niger because another government is in Niger. It cannot go on. And Russia is trying to play a role at that point in time, making sure that I am the one that's in charge of gas in the entire Europe. And you cannot put this situation on ground and you still want to continue the gas pipe contract down to Algeria from Nigeria. No! And that's why Tinubu is under pressure. Possibly it's not going to a second time if the calculation from what you are seeing from the international political space is correct. They are going to push in and make sure that is not. So the only thing is that for him to hold Nnamdi Kanu down, that's the fight, hold him down until we run completely, we achieve our aim. Then there will be a military invasion in Burkina Faso. And that is why you are seeing all the civil society organizations across Africa are rising up in solidarity of Ibrahim Traore.
Finally, for a black man to go down, they actually use another black man. In this instance, I think the Côte d'Ivoire are the saboteurs. There's a recent attack that was just, done on Ibrahim Traore. Unfortunately for Ibrahim Traore, they failed. We learned that those people, those machineries, were actually domiciled in Côte d'Ivoire that shared a southern border with Burkina Faso. Why is it that it is a black man that sabotaged his next black man?
I think God will not help Emmanuel Macron to finally demarcate Ibrahim within the international community, within the G7 or the policy world leaders at the end of the day. Because that is what Macron is hell-bent on doing. He's now want to see that succeed, and that is why when he felt that Tinubu has nothing to offer, he threw him to the other side. He was moving from Egypt, seeking, continental powers, regional blocks, creating all kind of campaign and all that. And I remember that there's a deal he has already planned to enter with Donald Trump, which is already on the table. But I can tell you that Macron, whatever he is trying to do at this point, the American government policy always see France as people that always sit down on the fence. We saw what happened during Saddam Hussein. We saw the treatment coming from France. So it's unfortunate that French colonized countries in Africa are being used against Ibrahim Traore, and it's unfortunate. But I can tell you, the world, the black nation, is in solidarity of Ibrahim Traore.
Well, may the good Lord of Nnamdi Kanu